I am from the left coast. I was born in Los Angeles, down the street from the fabulous Forum. My grandfather was a Buick dealer in the 50s and 60s, and so car business is in my blood. I spent a lot of my time managing new car franchise dealers, and then in 2008 I decided to kind of switch gears and reinvent cruise control and turned it into a marketing. I'm really a social media strategist, really. I help dealers figure out what to say, what to do, and how to drive leads and sales on social media. So today we're going to have a lot of slides and there's a lot of information. At the end I want to let you guys know, there's also, you guys have your books, but I have a link to the actual slides to download. All right, and we'll have a link when I'm done. So let's jump in. All right, so if there's nothing that you take away today except one thing, it's this. You need to understand how your customers behave. We talked about millennials, the other speakers earlier. It's not just millennials. The stats show that through all demographics, these are how customers are behaving. And if you think about how you behave, when you buy something, you go online first, right? So Google tells us that 95% of car shoppers start their process online. So we have to have a way to reach them there. They're not looking for ads necessarily. They're looking for information to help them decide. And as a dealer, that's how you can provide really great information. I like to kind of categorize the dealership shopper, the car buyer, car shopper, into 4 separate categories. And your marketing and your advertising needs to reach each one of these buying stages, right? So first we have we call it the see, think, do marketing consideration stages. I added care on there too, because we can add that. So these are the C people. If you think about a funnel, the C people are at the top. These are the people that buy and service cars, okay, which are pretty much everybody. Then the think customer, these are people who buy and service cars, but are thinking that they might need to in the next, maybe, could be 30 days, 60, 90, up to 6 months, okay? That's a different kind of content you're going to be giving that person, okay? The do customer, these are customers that they buy and service cars, they're thinking they might need to, and they're ready to take action pretty quick. This is where your ads come in, okay? And then the care customer are those that have bought from you before. That's also a different kind of content. I'm going to be talking a lot about content today, so just keep in mind that when I say content, I'm talking about the things that you post and publish on your website and through social media. So all of these customers are actually using social, okay? All right, so let's jump into my 10 secrets of social media marketing to boost traffic, leads, and sales. All right, the first secret is you have to be social, okay? I spend a lot of time with dealers and a lot of time with dealership personnel, and I actually have had people say, do I really need to be social? Yes, I do. Yes, you do. Yes, I do. Yes, everyone does. We all are in real life, so we need to kind of portray something on social. You can't just post pictures of vehicles with a price and a phone number to give us a call. No, that's not social. That's kind of spammy. Okay. All right, so the things that we do to be social, from a customer's perspective, if you're not social, it looks like you don't care. So if they visit your Facebook page, for instance, or wherever they're spending their time, it looks like you don't care if you're not interacting with people. You're not paying attention. Nobody likes to look like they're not paying attention, right? And then they think that you're really not interested in gaining them as a customer. So you have to be social, and whatever that means for you. Number 2 is you need to set clear goals and objectives. Okay, this is probably the most challenging part that I find when I speak to other groups like of dealers and dealer personnel, is that everybody takes to social and takes to digital marketing without any kind of goal setting or figuring out what exactly you want to achieve. Some actually don't even know what their goals should be. All right, so here's some examples of some goals that I would recommend that you need to set and track. So you're going to want to grow your page likes and your followers. So I like to focus mainly on Facebook. The gentleman earlier, Zach, I think he talked about Snapchat and Instagram and all these other platforms. But you'll see in a minute, if you develop a content strategy, then whatever platform you go on, you're able to just figure out what exactly the platform is about, the actual tactics of it, but you'll have a content strategy to actually get to the goals that you need to get. So grow page likes and followers, that's a goal. Okay, you could set a goal like maybe within 90 days we want to grow our Facebook page to 1,000 followers, 1,000 page likes. Consistent fresh content on your website. Okay, how many people have a blog? Okay, guys. Yeah, because it's not just social and SEO, and we call it content marketing and a website and digital, all of that is all kind of intertwined now. And if you aren't producing fresh content on your website, you're not getting any love from Google in search, okay? You want to increase Facebook reach and engagement. We'll go through this a little bit in a second, but reach and engagement is how you get the Facebook algorithms to notice your page. And so we'll talk about that in a minute. Drive traffic to my website. So you're probably using some form of marketing to do that now, but you want to track it, set a goal. What kind of traffic are we looking for? What kind of stats are we looking for? You want to convert fans into customers, right? So we're here to talk about leads and sales today. What I'm talking about is a strategic marketing plan, because if you set your goals, then you can figure out what the strategies are to reach those goals, and then measure the results, and you actually get ROI, okay? So, but always start with what the goals that you want to reach, okay? Every ad that you put out, what's the goal? Every Facebook post you put out, every video, image, whatever it is, what's the goal? All right, secret number 3. You need a solid content strategy, and this is all about what you're going to post and why. As I mentioned earlier, this sort of funnel of how customers behave, the buying cycle, different types of content reach those customers. So for the C customers, which are people that are not in the market necessarily, but you still want to attract them and engage with them, so that when they are in the market, they'll think of you. This is branded content. This is unique, shareable content. We saw a video just a few minutes ago about the awesome dealership that has the thing about the $50,000 for the animal rescue, okay? This is a great way to attract people to your page that aren't necessarily in the market for a car. The think customers are looking for helpful, they're looking to you as the expert, so what can you share? And this is where we talk about the fresh content on your site. You can have a blog and that can tell people how to, inform them how to get the best price for your trade, what are the pitfalls of having bad credit, how can you get, if you have bad credit, how can you get a car loan? This is all information that they're looking for, and you need to deliver that to them so that it's called inbound marketing. You attract them to you, and then they see that you were an expert, and maybe I'm going to buy from them, okay? The do customer, this is what we call indexable content, so search results, we want to have it indexable, whatever that may mean in your marketing plan. Urgent offers, make sure they're urgent, make sure maybe they're scarce, maybe it's ending at the end of the month, and then lead gen tactics. So, and then certainly the last is care, the people that have purchased from you before. This is where advocacy can come in. Customers can advocate, employees can advocate. You can kind of display how that works and use video for this. Some of your raving fans, people that have been buying from you for years, awesome content for social. Online reviews, okay, definitely social. And then we call social proof, which is where your customers or other customers in general have written reviews, and this shows that you have pleased someone, and so when someone else sees that, they're more likely to think, well, I think it's safe for me to go there, okay? This is not a content strategy. This is actually a real dealership in Southern California. They're actually using their Facebook page as a personal profile. Do not do that. Many reasons. Is anybody doing that? Anybody using personal profile? Okay. It's against Facebook terms, and it just makes you look kind of bad. So yeah, this is, You don't want to see anything like this in a Facebook feed if you're a customer. There's just too much information, first of all. You can't read that on a mobile, I guarantee. But it's just got, the things about it are just a little spammy. So, all right, secret number 4 is a proven Facebook marketing formula, okay? And it's three parts. First is, part 1, publish awesome content. Okay, when I say awesome content, that means relevant to your market. So, as I mentioned earlier, if there's one thing to take away, you need to understand how your customer behaves online. Understand what their interests are, what their behaviors are. Are they looking for a vehicle? Are they not looking for a vehicle? What are the things that drive them, the questions that they have every day? If you can understand your customers better, your marketing is always going to be much, much better. Okay? So here's some examples of some awesome content. This is a client of mine. This is their BDC. And when you see that picture, I asked my other clients when they see that picture, they said, that makes me want to work there. Okay? And I think when a customer sees that, the customers also probably say, I'd like to work there, but also, I'd like to buy from there. Okay? And this was just a random shot. They just went out and got some iced coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, but they did some really good tagging with their Facebook page, tagged the Dunkin' Donuts, and there was a giveaway and some other stuff. So, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, the super helpful information. This is a blog post that they wrote just about service questions and answers. Okay? So, love to see more information coming from dealers, especially around financing. There's hardly anybody doing it, and the ones that are killing it because they're getting up in search results. Those blog posts show up in search. And probably in your market, there's probably no one, I wasn't able to find any, but there's probably no one writing blog posts or sharing information about finance, about if you do service cars, about that. These are things that you're kind of trying to alleviate the fears and the apprehensions that people have going into dealerships. Contests and giveaways, these are always good. This was an Instagram contest they did called Wash My Whip, and it was just basically share a picture of your dirty car and tag us, and you were entered to win a free detail. I think they did it weekly, if I remember. This was another one, $1,000 test drive. You came in, took a test drive, and you were entered to win $1,000 every month. Okay. This is relevant content, awesome content. And then this one's just, I love this one. So, but again, just a random shot. Customer left their little stuffed bunny behind, and they took a picture and made a meme out of it. All right, part 2 of the 3-part Facebook marketing process, grow likes, reach, and engagement. So in this, what we're going to do is take that awesome content that we posted, and we're going to use Facebook ads, specific types of Facebook ads. This is what we call growing your likes. It's called promote your page, and then boost your posts. Facebook, and no social media really, is free anymore. So anybody that thinks it's free, it's either you're going to be spending for sure in advertising because you just don't get that much organic reach anymore. But also it's manpower and skill and attention and training in many cases, okay? So you can use Facebook ads to boost your content so that more people see it. It increases your reach, it increases your engagement, and those are the things that the Facebook overlords, algorithms like to see. And you get rewarded because your other content that you haven't boosted, if you do it right, will actually be seen by more people, okay? So here's just an example of an ad that Lacey's used to grow their page likes, and they just took everybody and had them point to the like the page, okay? Come see what the Fridays are up to. They call themselves the Fridays. They have a hashtag. Yeah, it's a long story. Organic and paid reach and engagement. So like I was mentioning earlier, there's 2 types of engagement. There's organic engagement, which people just see your content and engage with it. And then there's paid engagement, where you pay to promote it to people. And it's good to have a mix of both if you can, on each post, right? If you're going to choose and pick, this was actually a video of just the salesperson. It was the daylight savings time change, so he just did a quick video of how to change the clock in your car. And it got a lot of really great organic reach. So when you have something and you looked at the post and you've got organic reach, that's a great time to promote it. Okay? If you have something that doesn't have any reach at all and you promote it, probably not the best idea. There's not everything black and white, but if you're going to have a budget to promote your content, then you definitely want to use it on the posts that are getting the most reach organically. Okay? Because it tells you that your audience likes it and they want to see more. Okay? And then part 3 is actually generate leads. So we've got our content, and then we're boosting our content on Facebook, and then we actually use the more traditional type of ads on Facebook to convert people from a fan to a customer. And there's 2 types of ads to do this, 2 main types. There's send people to your website, so you can send people to your website to obviously do something. And then you can, the second ad is increase conversions on your website. For that, you would need definitely a landing page similar to this. So landing pages are just pages on your website where you have a lead form and a call to action. Drive people down the funnel, tell them what you need them to do. You have nanoseconds to keep their attention. So you need to keep the flow running. They click on the link on Facebook, they go to your website, they see the landing page, you tell them what the offer is, make it scarce, make it urgent, call to action, lead form, boom, they go in your CRM. Okay. All right, secret number 5 is target interested buyers. Again, this is where the focus and the main focus should be for your Facebook ads. You know, of course you want design and you want an image and you want the right offer. But if you can target the exact right customers, you're going to be spending much less money. You know, in the old days, we would put an ad in the paper or radio ad or something, and you kind of send a message out to like millions of people, and then a few of them would trickle down and do that. With digital marketing, we don't have to do that anymore, especially Facebook ads, because you can laser target people's interests and what they're doing. So you can target interests. It's very advanced, very kind of a very rich platform, Facebook ads. You can target shopping behaviors. You can actually target people that may be in the market for a vehicle. There's 3 choices, 365 days, 180 days, and 90 days. Okay? You can target those people by model if you want. Okay? A custom audience. This is a Facebook term, custom audience. You can upload your email database to Facebook and serve those people ads. So you can parse out maybe people that bought a car from you 3 years ago or later and serve them ads. Okay? A saved audience is actually a way to, that's another Facebook term, saved audience. This is where you can use Facebook data to laser target those people that you want to reach. So when we talked about shopping behaviors and reaching people that are maybe in the market for a vehicle or financing options, things like that, that's in saved audience. Okay? And then we call it a website custom audience, which is actually remarketing. So you can target ads to people that have visited your site, maybe even people that have visited that landing page but clicked away. And you can serve them an ad. Okay? And then finally, lead ads. Is anybody using lead ads at all? These are mobile only. They are kind of quick and easy. They need to be the content of them needs to be very simple. So if you've got something special or some kind of, or maybe even a contest going, lead ads are great for that. They make it very easy for the mobile user to click very easily and not have to go to a landing page. It populates it for them with their Facebook information and sends it off to you. Okay? So lots of opportunity with Facebook ads. As I mentioned earlier, number 6, secret is use landing pages. If you create a Facebook ad and you send people to your home page, no. It's like taking money and like throwing it in the wind, because you need to guide them in what you want them to do. And if you just send them to your home page, they're probably going to look around and then leave. So always use landing pages when you do this type of strategy here. And again, like I said, always have a call to action. This was I think you went in the showroom and got $25 gift card just for coming in to test drive. And then a lead form. Okay. Number 7, social selling. So earlier, Zach also talked about salespeople and giving them the opportunity to get referrals and leads from social. My friend Jim Keenan did a study about a year ago, and he had lots of information, but one of the main pieces of information was 79% of salespeople who use social media as a selling tool outperform those who don't. Okay. The thing about social selling is that customers, this is a study that's done every year, it's called the Edelman Trust Barometer. Edelman's a big PR digital marketing firm. They talk about trust and do this huge study. And what they, year after year, figure out is that consumers trust people like themselves. And employees are seen as much more trustworthy than any other representative of the company, okay, through all industries, okay? And if you think about it, that's kind of logical, right? Because we shop online, we're looking for maybe a salesperson that we know, and we trust them, okay? So lots of power in social selling and actually handing off some of the social media or some of the marketing for the salesperson's personal brand to let them do that. One thing, I don't have a slide in here because we did a short presentation today, but I want to say that before you do that, you need to have some training for sure, but also have a social media policy in place so that whenever you have initiatives with any type of employees, you want to spell out what's right, what guidelines there are, especially if something should happen, like a crisis should happen. You want to have protocol, when to talk to a manager, that kind of thing. So always have a social media policy in place, okay? This is a social selling fail. This is a gal, Billy Sue, from, I forget where she's from. I think it might be Alabama, maybe. But she went in and posted this. And if you're on Facebook at all, she tagged all of these people, which is like telling Facebook, hey, can you ban me? Because that is just terrible. Thanks, girl. Yeah. So here is how to win. This is a guy named Mike Carrera. He's from Southern California. He's been in the social space for a long time. This is just, it's kind of hard to see on the slide, but this is where he's got all of his profiles. So the top one is Facebook, and then there's, that looks like LinkedIn. And the far one on the top right is Instagram. And this is Twitter on the left here. And yeah, Mike the car guy can have a cup of coffee. And so now you might be thinking, well, it's all well and nice and good and stuff, but yeah, I don't have time for that. All right, so what Mike did, he's a sales e-commerce director at Ford store in Southern California. So when he went there, we kept track of the numbers, and he doubled sales in 1 year. He had the highest percentage sales growth in the region. He increased the social presence on all the dealership channels, and he also improved, he and his process improved the Yelp and Google ratings. Okay, it's hard work. He loves it, and I think in your travels you probably find people that love doing it, and they make it look really easy. So, but Mike's a great guy to follow, and you should definitely check him out. Okay, secret number 8 is build your online reputation. And you guys know how important online reviews are within the social space and through the web. Current studies, these are brand new stats on online reviews. 85% consider online reviews extremely important when making a purchase. 91% of women consumers consider an online review more important than input from a salesperson. And 60% of consumers check online reviews from their smartphones while shopping. How many of you guys have done that? Yeah, me too, right? Yeah. So what you need to do is create a review funnel. Okay, so the first thing is drive customers to one conversion funnel that routes them to review the sites that you care about, that you can choose. Okay, then the second part is increase the review volume and quality by automatically asking, reminding, and guiding happy customers through the process. And then third, get a second chance to, with unhappy customers by guiding them through a service recovery. And a pro tip here. I'm not a paid endorser, but grade.us does an awesome job of doing this. You email your customers, and they basically asks, did you have a good experience or did you have a bad experience? They click good experience, they go to a landing page and it asks them to write a review, and you put whatever sites you want them to write it on. If they say had a bad experience, it takes them to another landing page that said, oh, we're really sorry, let us help you, blah, blah. Keeps them off the review site, gives you a second chance. Grade.us. It's right down there, the pro tip there. Okay? It's software to help you. Now, you're going to need a procedure around that, but it's software to help you do it. And it's really reasonable. It's like, I want to say $70 a month. Okay? Secret number 9, social customer service. This is basically where customers can reach out to you via social. All right? 87% of customer Facebook messages are ignored. Not good. 71% of those who receive positive social care are likely to recommend your brand to others. Okay? And only 19% of those who don't get any response are likely to recommend your brand. So you need to have someone monitor your reviews and monitor your social and be what we like to call the community manager. You're kind of building a presence online that mirrors your real life experience. All right, secret number 10 is content marketing. So we talked a little bit earlier about content and awesome content and your website and how that ties in with Google. But the number 1 ranking factor is content for Google, all right? Number 1 ranking factor is fresh, relevant content on your site on a regular basis. When Google crawls your site, it likes to see fresh, relevant content that people are clicking on. Content drives everything, not just Google, everything. So there really needs to be like a solid strategy in place that's specific to your brand, your store, your group, whatever the case, but it's specific to you. Organic search traffic, which also increases when you have more organic search, you're looked upon by search engines as having more influence and more authority. And content will do that for you. Social signals, this is where you take your blog post and you share it on social, post it, publish it, and people click on it to read it and come back to your site. So clicks from social to your site, that's social signals. That's also a ranking factor. Okay. Social advertising, this is a way to get, again, more eyeballs on your content, and it sort of amps up that process of people clicking on your blog post or your link to your site. You can use social advertising to promote it to more people. And then, of course, that means more leads and sales. Content marketing funnel, the way it works. So through search and through social media, you have your content. You attract the users, the buyers. Next stop is you boost it with Facebook ads, you get more engagement, more reach for those ads that actually are about vehicles and specials and offers also, and then convert them, those ideal buyers with offers. You're only spending money when it takes a while to find the sweet spot, but once you find it, you end up spending much less on Facebook ads especially than gosh, pretty much any type of advertising you're doing. Okay, Lacey's, they spend $500 a month. Super secret pro tip, there's a thing called launch control. Again, you guys will get these slides, and I think you've got this, but if you go to Dealer Teamwork, I'm not a paid endorser again, but it's a thing called launch control, and it actually helps you with content, specific vehicle content that is fresh and relevant on your site and feeds Google really good stuff. So go check that out. Okay. Super secret pro tip. He just added used cars. So, all right, so just to recap, 10 social media secrets to boost traffic, leads, and sales. Talked about you have to be social. You want to set clear goals and objectives. You need a solid content strategy. You want to practice my proven Facebook marketing formula. You're always going to target interested buyers, not disinterested buyers or uninterested buyers. Use landing pages whenever you possibly can. Embrace social selling in your sales process. Build your online reputation through a funnel. Remember, social customer service. Have someone to monitor your social, respond to every review, If you're not, anybody, you guys responding to every review? You definitely want to respond to every review, okay? Finally, content marketing. So I have a free ebook for you guys, and with this is the link that you'll get today's slides as well, but my free ebook, it's 20 tips to recognize and avoid shady social media providers. There are shark-infested waters out there, lots of them, and this guide will help you when you go to make decisions on social media and what will kind of work best for your store, hopefully inform your decision so that you can do the best for your store that you possibly can. Thank you very much.
Kathi, thank you very much.